Hello, welcome to Lunar Persuasion Astrology. Today we're going to talk about the new moon for January 29th, 2025 in the sidereal sign of Capricorn. I wanted to show you guys my Vedic astrology chart journal that I published late last year. It is available on Amazon, and I used one of the pages today, one of the worksheets, to basically do the forecast for each ascendant, and I have it written down for each sign. I went through and analyzed the planets and the signs, and so I just wanted to kind of feature that today and show you how easy it is to use this worksheet for more than just natal charts. So if you've purchased one of these books already, thank you so much. I'm so excited that this creation of mine is in the hands of astrologers and people that are interested in Vedic astrology specifically. So let's talk a little bit about the new moon. It is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the sign of ambition. It's a feminine sign, it's reflective, it's receptive, and it's also a movable sign, which means it's able to adapt to change. It's always doing this forward motion, and this can really be seen with the 10th house that it represents. So Capricorn is the natural sign of the 10th house, and this is the career house. So if you think about your career, your job, it's always on this progressive trajectory, right? This moving forward, you're always taking steps to get to the next level. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It is very practical. That's that earth element that's there, but also Saturn is about responsibility, setting boundaries, having a structure, and just being really practical as well. So there's that Saturnian and earth energy that really combine to create this nature for Capricorn. So the topic of the video is, where is your ambition? And that's because this new moon is going to take place in Capricorn in a different house for each ascendant. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. Just an overview of the chart in general. The new moon is a time for new beginnings, right? It's the beginning of a new 28-day lunar cycle. It will be a focus and awareness brought into whichever house that this new moon is taking place for you. So that's what we're going to look at, and also a couple of the other aspects that are going on. You can cast a new moon chart, and I do have it pulled up here for the exact moment that the sun and moon are in alignment, and that is at the 15-degree mark in Capricorn in Shravana Nakshatra. And Shravana is all about listening. So there is this aspect of tuning in, listening to your surroundings, and making that part of this new goal and this new cycle that we're going to be entering into. So the sun brings a focus, and the moon, because it's our mind, is bringing that awareness. So wherever house this is falling for you, there's going to be that focus and awareness. And new moons are also about starting something new. So this will be new projects, setting new intentions, creating new goals for yourself. And where the house is for you will kind of help lead you, guide you to where these new goals are, what the theme of these new goals would be. So we've also got a retrograde Mars in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. And so this is showing a bit of distraction and a little bit of a lack of focus, especially around our ideas, because Gemini represents our ideas and communication. And then we still have a retrograde Jupiter in Taurus, which is making us reevaluate our values, right? Because Taurus is the house of values. It represents the natural second house. And so we've been in this more reflective state, especially with Jupiter being the planet of our hope and optimism. And it's kind of been looking inward. We've been reflecting on that. I don't know if you've been watching the news and just the world around us. It's a crazy time, and it's really a time for us to look within, look at ourselves and say, what is our personal value, right? Like, what is my value? What do I stand for that's different from what I'm seeing out in the world and what I'm hearing? And do I agree with that? And if you remember the last lunar cycle, it was in the Sagittarius and Gemini axis, and it was all about changing your perspective. What kind of new perspective were you having? So I'm curious to know how this last month has gone for you. Did you have like any aha moments? Did you have maybe a change in a perspective, or perhaps a new outlook on life based on like maybe new incoming information or wisdom that you came across? One final note, we still have Saturn in Aquarius in his own sign. He's moving direct. He's very strong. He's fast. He's just headed towards Pisces, but for now he's still in Aquarius, and that's really bringing boundaries and structure to society, right? Aquarius is the sign of the people and society, cultural norms, and that sort of thing. It opposes Leo, that fifth house of our truthful identity. Saturn has been restructuring that house for quite some time now, so we still have that energy playing out. All right, so now we're going to look at where this energy is taking place for you based on your ascendant. Where is your ambition? So we'll start with the fire signs. Aries. Capricorn is your 10th house of career and the actions that you take out in this world. Saturn also rules your 11th house of gains and friends. So this new moon brings focus and awareness into your public life and how you present yourself to the world. Now is a great time to make new goals in regard to your career. It's a time to set intentions around achieving your aspirations that you feel truly connected to. What do you want to gain from your ambitions? The actions you put into motion during this lunar cycle will be the foundation of your creativity and self-expression in the coming months. Your ruling planet Mars is retrograde in your 3rd house. You may be feeling unmotivated or lacking energy overall, which can lead to a reactive state rather than a proactive one. Also, Pluto's involvement here in this lunar cycle shows that there will be a breakdown of some kind, perhaps with a boss or authority figure, and to be careful with how you communicate, as your words can come across as harsh and irrational. Leo ascendant. Capricorn is your 6th house of health and service. Saturn also rules your 7th house of spouse and committed relationships. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your daily routines and health habits. Now is a great time to make new goals for yourself in this area of life, such as trying out new healthy recipes or creating a new routine that will improve how you accomplish daily tasks and streamline certain processes that you do on a regular basis. It's a great time to set intentions that are within your control and not dwell on actions that have little to no impact, but only create more stress in your life. Your ruling planet Sun is giving you strength to overcome any hurdles that are getting in the way. And it may feel emotional to work through, but there is nothing more satisfying than finally getting out of your own way so you can focus on what's truly important to you. Pluto's involvement in this lunar cycle is breaking down bad habits that may be holding you back from getting into the next big phase of your life. So be careful speaking with coworkers, as your communications may be taken the wrong way, but stay focused and definitely pick your battles. Okay, Sagittarius. Capricorn is your 2nd house of wealth and family. Saturn also rules your 3rd house of courage and effort. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of money and resources. This is a great time to make new financial goals for yourself and assess the resources you currently have at your disposal. Things like creating a budget or setting up a new savings account will be beneficial at this time. You may have strong emotional connections to money, so it is important not to hold on to any unhealthy attachments. such as areas where you may be dependent on someone else financially. Your ruling planet Jupiter is retrograde in the natural second house of Taurus, so reevaluating what you give value to is a great exercise that will support your aspirations and goals around this time. Pluto's involvement in this lunar cycle is transforming your independence and your voice. Be careful when speaking with family and giving unsolicited advice, as you may come across as haughty or self-righteous even though your intentions are only to help. All right, now let's look at the Earth ascendants. Taurus. Capricorn is your 9th house of higher learning and spirituality. Saturn is a yoga karaka for you, so it rules a trinal house and an angle house. This is auspicious and makes Saturn a very strong planet for you. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of higher learning and knowledge. Now is a great time to create new goals around learning something that will advance you to the next chapter in your life. Setting an intention to put forth a little bit of effort now will go a long way towards being successful in whatever topic you decide to take on. Your ruling planet Venus is exalted and joined Rahu in your 3rd house, which can bring in big wealth. So long as you are putting in the effort. Pluto's influence on this lunar cycle is breaking down old ideas and information that no longer serve you at this time. Be careful with how you communicate with your father, as your words can come across as harsh or unsympathetic, and instead take this time to listen to any guidance that he may offer. This also applies to any teachers or mentors that you have. Virgo ascendant. Capricorn is your 5th house of creativity and romance. Saturn rules your house of creativity and challenges, but also is strong as 6th house ruler and a Dastana house that brings in challenges and obstacles. 6th house is also an Upachaya house where the difficult energies will improve over time. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of self-expression and creativity. Now is a great time to start a new creative project, or if you have children, spending time with them, having fun, maybe going out on a family outing or vacation. Setting intentions to express yourself in a way that is in alignment with your heart and not just something someone else is doing. Your ruling planet Mercury is a part of this lunar cycle and can help you gain a better understanding of what truly makes you happy. Pluto's involvement is tearing down old forms of your identity and exposing what makes you unique. Be careful with how you speak to your children or express yourself in general during this time, as it may come across as being ungrateful or even selfish, even though you are only speaking your truth. Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn, this is your new moon. This is the 1st house for you of self, physical body, your appearance. Saturn also rules your 2nd house of finances and family. So this makes Saturn a neutral planet for you. This new moon is a great time to reinvent yourself in every aspect of life and set new intentions around what you are committed to. This new take on life will spill over into your relationships, career, health, everything. So Saturn, your ruling planet, is restructuring your value system and how you keep independence. Pluto's influence on this lunar cycle is transforming your individuality and how you appear to the outside world. Be careful with how you talk to yourself and choose thoughts of affirmation over those that are negative or self-deprecating. It really is amazing how the words we choose can impact our overall perception in life. All right, for the air ascendants, we've got Gemini. Gemini is your 8th house of transformation and shared resources. Saturn also rules your 9th house of higher learning. This new moon in Capricorn opens a path for letting go of old attachments and carving out a new inspirational path that is more fulfilling. Now is a great time to make new goals around simplifying and minimizing any attachments. The sun is bringing a focus and the moon is bringing an awareness to an old emotional skin that is ready to shed. Your ruling planet Mercury is part of this lunar cycle and brings clarity and understanding to the process of transforming your vulnerabilities. Pluto's presence breaks down fears and reveals hidden knowledge that will allow you to heal and to take on wisdom that is trying to come in. Be careful with how you speak to your in-laws at this time, if you have them, because any ideas you communicate may be uncomfortable for them to hear. Libra Ascendant. Capricorn is your 4th house of home and emotional foundation. Saturn also rules your 5th house of creativity and fun. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of home and personal matters. Saturn is also a yoga karaka for you. It's a very strong planet. So now is a great time to make goals that you are able to connect to your heart and feel good about. Set new intentions to create a space of peace and comfort where you can retreat during times of uncertainty. Venus, your ruling planet, is exalted and joined Rahu. This combination can empower your love and devotion towards acts of service and the work you do from day to day, especially in the area of health and wellness. Pluto's influence during this lunar cycle is breaking down and transforming the things you usually find comfort in. So be careful how you speak to your mother during this time or motherly figure, as your words can come across as being selfish or too demanding. Aquarius Ascendant. Capricorn is your 12th house of spirituality and isolation. Saturn also rules your 1st house of self. So this new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of expenses and loss, but also solitude. Now is a great time to set intentions through some kind of meditation or self-reflection routine. Having an internal space to retreat to when times are confusing can bring a sense of balance and spiritual grounding. Your ruling planet Saturn is rebuilding your entire identity through isolation and self-awareness. You have probably been feeling this for the last 2 years. Pluto's influence during this new moon is transforming your uncertainties into spiritual realizations and helping to create boundaries so that you can navigate within where you might otherwise feel lost and unguided. Be careful how you communicate with coworkers or those that are less fortunate than you, as your words of practicality can come across as being tone deaf or maybe even unempathetic. The water ascendants we have Cancer. Capricorn is your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. Saturn also rules your 8th house of transformation and hidden knowledge. This new moon brings focus and awareness into your house of commitments, relationship, and marriage. This is a great time to make a new goal within your relationships or set intentions around the things you choose to commit to. What are you willing to share and compromise on? Your ruling planet Moon is familiar with sharing emotions and nurturing those around you. Pluto's influence during this lunar cycle is breaking down how you relate to others by showing what you are willing to lose to get what you want. Be careful with what you share with your partner, romantic or in business, as your ideas can come across as too ambitious or rigid. Scorpio ascendant, this new moon is taking place in your 3rd house of communication and siblings. Saturn also rules your 4th house of home and mother. This new moon brings focus and attention in your house of courage and self-effort. Now is a great time to create a goal around what you're willing to fight for and eventually connect to on a deeper level. Create a plan from that big idea and have the courage to put it into action. Your ruling planet Mars is retrograde in your 8th house, so you may be feeling unmotivated or lacking energy overall, which can make you feel more defensive and protective over your current interests. Change is hard, but Pluto's involvement in this lunar cycle shows a breakdown in your willpower, what you put your energy towards achieving. Be careful with how you communicate with siblings or friends, as your words can come across as aggressive and overly defensive. Pisces ascendant, this new moon is taking place in your 11th house of friends and community. Saturn also rules your 12th house of solitude and isolation. This new moon brings a focus and attention to how you create goals for yourself and enjoy moments of success. Now is a great time to set intentions around how you feel validated by society and how those expectations shape your personal expressions. Your ruling planet Jupiter is retrograde in your 3rd house of Taurus, where you may be reevaluating how you apply your efforts and which actions produce the best results based on your interests and ideas. Pluto's influence on this lunar cycle is transforming your perspective on what success looks like for you in the grand scheme of life. Be careful how you communicate your ideas in group settings or in the collective, as your words can come across as too cold and realistic, even though you're just trying to speak your truth.